Here we go. We're going to learn 3 wireless solutions to project your iPad. We have 3 that we're going to look at today. There's more, but these are the 3 of my favorites right now. The Reflector app, Air Server, and then the Apple TV. Hi everybody, I'm Meg. Thanks for joining me. All right, back in the day, this was the only way to project off your iPad. You had this little cable, and well, it was $30 cable, and you had to connect that to your projector. But if your room was set up with a smartboard, for example, this was quite a challenge. The other problem is you had to stand almost on top of your projector to make this situation work. It does work. I do have one, but we want to be wireless. We want to be moving around our classrooms. And so we're going to look at Reflector app. So let's stop here for a minute. It used to be called Reflection. Right toward the end of 2012, they changed it to Reflector. Oh, like overnight. One day I was using it was Reflection, and the next day was Reflector. So I can't explain it. And I did actually go to the frequently asked questions, and it didn't explain it. So now, everybody, I will change my thinking. It is the Reflector app. And what's a little confusing about this app, when you hear the term app, that almost always means that it's on the iPad. But in this case, it's not. This app sits on the computer. Now, cool part is it works on both Mac and PC. Check before you buy it that there's, I don't think it goes all the way back to iPad 1. I think it's iPad 2 and above. And it also, as you can tell in the picture, depending on your iPhone, you can also project that too. But check before you do that because it has to be, I believe, a 4S or a 5. And I'm sure going forward, all of those will work. So it is an app you have to purchase. But I got to tell you, it is the best money I've spent in a while. A single user, $13. And then multiple users, if 5-pack for $55. Or you need more than 20, give them a call. Be patient. Sometimes it takes a while to get this, but very, very exciting. Okay, so you do have to pay for it. Remember, it's going to go on the computer. So if you are doing your apps through the Apple Buy, this is different. So think of this as more as a piece of software on a computer. It's just called an app. I don't know. Well, you could do all different things. You could record things that are captured on your device. You can do different things on your Mac, but remember, Mac or PC, there is a password protection, which is really key because you can have up to 6 devices at one time projecting. I've tried, I've pushed it to 7. I've been able to get 7 before it crashes, but it really, truly is designed for one iPad projected to one screen. But you can push up to 6. And how cool is that? Okay, group 1, show me what you did. Group 2, project up there. It is wow. It really, really is. Here's what it looks like. This is my iPad being projected onto a Mac. I'm on a Mac. And the trick to this, you may have to jot yourself a note on this because it's not, it took me a long time to get my brain to remember this. If you look on the left, you have your home button. Double click your home button and you get a whole list of icons across the bottom. These are all your icons that are running. If you have an iPhone, you got to remember to turn these off sometimes. So double click that and then scroll all the way over, scroll to the right, so you're, whatever, scroll all the way over till you see these controls right here. Now, you are not going to see the blue button at the bottom that's called AirPlay. You're not going to see that button unless you have the Reflector app turned on. So on your computer, you've downloaded, you paid, you downloaded the app, and turn it on your computer. Now, AirPlay, you should see the blue button now. And now on AirPlay, you click on AirPlay, and then which device do you want to connect to? So I want to connect to my computer. So I select that device, and then I have to turn the mirroring on. The mirroring, that's the key. So once I turn it on, be patient. Sometimes it takes a minute or so, and all of a sudden your iPad is projected on your screen. It is so cool. The key is, remember that mirroring. Turn it on, turn it off. And then what I do sometimes is to record things like this is I go ahead and put my iPad up just like you're seeing. Then I use Camtasia software to do the actual capturing. And that's what I'm doing to actually create this video for you. Okay, now we have another option. Air Server is another app that works very similar. It goes through, but again, it does your phone as well as your phone and your other devices, but I believe this is just Mac. Yes. All right, and it operates the exact same way. I don't use both on my machine. I found that they conflict with each other, so I have been using Reflector more. But there's some cool things I really want to go in and explore. The full HD, I got to tell you that the visual was beautiful. Now, I'm not sure what's going on here with Facebook or Safari that would be any different than what we would see with Camtasia, that you could launch it and then just view it on a larger screen. The maps. The maps, very, very cool. The way you can go ahead and fly over cities and so on and so forth. Woo! This is about the same price, very similar. And PlayStation 3 and Wii. That is cool, but I don't know much more about that. All right. Now, there's the Air Server. Yep, there's the Air Server for gaming. Oh, okay. So this is Project Your Gaming. This is for your media. And again, you can download. It is just a Mac solution. Oh, wrong. PC also. So there you go. So you have both options. Both Reflector and Air Server have free trials. I have experimented a lot more with the Reflector app, and I found the free trial likes to time out after about 10 minutes, so it's kind of a challenge to work with. All right, what do we need? There's your Mac, your PC. Very good. And then the mirroring, again, same thing. Okay, this is key. And Chris, thank goodness Chris was in my class not too long ago. I played with this at home. I was so excited. I thought for $15, oh my gosh, I can have it up there. This is so fantastic. I can move around. But then when Chris was in my session, and I'm like, why doesn't it work? It worked yesterday at home. And he did his research, came back, it was multicast. So depending on how your network is set up, this multicast might be turned off. And so if it's turned off, you won't see that AirPlay button. It's so frustrating. You're like, I just worked. What's wrong? So this might be something that you as a school system might have to look at, that multicast. Chris shared with me that in many public networks, this feature is going to be, it will not work. And I thought, oh, that's going to be hard in, public venues and things like that. But at least we know what it is. I thought I was forgetting how to get back to the mirroring, but I was doing it right. It was the network itself. Now, I have an Apple TV. I love my Apple TV. Apple TV is still running about $99, and it's a really small little device that sits near my television. And it does the same thing. It uses the same AirPlay technology. I use it a lot to watch movies and things like that. It has a little remote, which is really handy dandy. I don't have to get up. And of course, unless your dog gets the remote, so do be careful with that. And then, of course, it partners with Netflix, Hulu, anything that you can stream can be streamed on your television, which is great if you have, a large screen. I use my Apple TV a lot to show pictures and slideshows and things like that. And so it truly is, the setup is that fast and that easy. It's really cool. So those are my 3 solutions for projecting from an iPad: Reflector, Air Server, and Apple TV. Thank you, everybody.